Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Taking in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go now. Cut 19! Cut 19!
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards, the final tally. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Gibson again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A give up the middle to Gibson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Throw left side complete. That's right. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. They'll go. It's Gibson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this Browns defense stands tall. On 1st down, Hurts. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's Howell. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Blocked right. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take it?
Run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18.
They go play action with Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it... Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll go play action. Howell. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. (7-7) our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks look all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Hurts sets up to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
2nd and 9. Once more, Gibson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Faking the handoff, Howell. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing here, Howell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go, here we go.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 4. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Quez Watkins, 43 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Al now to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Al's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now try to pick it up on 3rd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Browns 21, Commanders 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
29 yards.
and the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Touchdown, Browns.
Anthony Schwartz
In the final seconds of the first half.
and the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
One last shot before the break. Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First down, Howell to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Second and 10, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I like the thought process, I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Wright's got it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Howell.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Howell.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
From just shy of midfield,
Powell.
and his throw is incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st down, Powell.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hurts. Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Quez Watkins
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. York now for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check contact.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
19 Tiger.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how they...
And now here is another interception.
And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Howell.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Howell, 3rd and long from his end zone. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Another throw for Howell. Quick slant, Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. first and 10.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The first and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Howell.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Throwing is Hurts.
Now the ball comes loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Howell with one final shot. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.